Alrighty, boob tubes, another one of Keeps Creeps. So World War 3 just keeps getting better. Netflix. This is my next binge. So, this morning, there was reports confirmed on all sides, I think. Israel conducting an air raid. What's going on here? Oh no, there we go. Just forgot where I was. There was Israel conducting an air raid in Beirut, I believe, and killed Hezbollah fighters in there. The Lebanon-Israeli border isn't going anywhere soon. Let's bring a map in on this. The BBC kindly dresses it up as 3 troops killed in Middle East. Middle East's a big fucking place, motherfucker. Why don't you tell us where it was? Right? I'm always no keen to open up maps, because ours can disappear. And I've got some Hunter's chicken to make. Right, what the fuck am I talking about here? Middle East. The Syria-Jordan border. Right? This is where this attack took place. The Syrian-Jordan border. I mean, a wee while ago I mentioned Jordan. I was like, they've been very quiet. Jordan has a king, and the king is the West's friend. I think that's a good way to describe it. But so it was between Syria. There's been attacks in Damascus. There's been attacks up here in Aleppo as well, the northwest. There's war going on there, and now we have a drone attack by our Iranian-backed militia. Iran has Abdul armies as well. They just pay the Abdul army to call themselves the Ministry of Funny Walks and stuff, and then and then they go and kill people. Like, wasn't us? It's the Ministry of Funny Walks. So that just gives you a wee bit of perspective. As I said, get me away from them. So 3 US troops killed in Middle East drone attack 40 minutes ago. Now, let's not forget, this was a clip. Will the UK and US strike Iran if the Houthis up their attacks? World War 3 roundup. This was the 23rd of January. Don't know if you can read that. It says Iran-backed militia takes responsibility for attack on Iran airbase, which gave some American personnel brain damage. I don't know how they told that. I don't know how they could tell, because they're fucking American, but who knows? That's the word on the street. So, let's have a wee... Jordan says the attack took place in Syria, not inside Jordan. This is the first time US soldiers have been killed in a strike in the region after Hamas sees 7th of October attack on Israel. What about the Navy SEALs? But that was in the Gulf of Aden, or the Red Sea, I think it was the Gulf of Aden. It's not clear who's behind the latest attacks, but it's Iranian-backed militia. President Biden said the US will hold all those responsible to account. Oh, you won't remember in 2 days, man. He'll start blaming his fucking nanny for raping him and shit. Or sniffing little girls. Death Bubba and Platinum Blue Dream. Just saying. I'd prefer to be sniffing that shit. US media reported that at least 34 military personnel were being evacuated for possible traumatic brain injuries. How can you tell with the Americans? Nobody's addressing this. Ain't a good journalist out there. Some funny cunt anyway. And that some of the injured soldiers were medically evacuated from the base for further treatment. They also said the drone struck the living quarters, which is confirmed could explain the high number of casualties. Oh wow, man, it gets struck hard, man. It is getting dirty. This will get paid back in kind. Do you know what I mean? And then it'll get paid back in kind. And then it'll get paid back in kind. And then it'll get paid back in kind. And before you know it, cunts are fucking running ships at each other, playing chicken with nuclear weapons. Woohoo! In December, US officials said that US bases in Iraq and Syria. US bases in Iraq and Syria. Why the hell the US? Why are the hell the US occupying Syria? The leader of that country, stands and fucking represents his country in all the international meetings and all that under the international law, the world order as it stands just now. Not the new world order, the current world order. Assad is the dude. America has bases inside Syria. And Iraq. But that's not going to be happening for much longer. They're running down the numbers. Last month, December, had been attacked 97 times since the 17th of October. Last month, the US carried out airstrikes against Iran-affiliated groups. 3 servicemen were injured, one critically in a drone attack on a base in northern Iraq. Earlier in January, one retaliatory US strike in Baghdad killed a militia leader accused of being behind the attacks on US personnel. Pre-recorded interview. Oh, fuck. Listen, all I can say is I'm just getting deja vu for you fucking getting ball deep in all this kind of. You know, you sucked in with the drama, yet. And as soon as you get sucked in with the drama, you can't stand back and be objective, or the less objective you get because your heartstrings getting played, so on, so forth. So let's listen to what the Arabs are saying. The Arabs that like the West. The Doha. Doha! Get it? Doha! Get it? Inside joke, maybe.
Okay, this is the News Hour live from Doha. Coming up in the next 60 minutes.
Doha.
Iraqi militia releases this video claiming an attack that has killed 3 US soldiers on the Syria-Jordan border. Forced to flee yet again. Palestinians leave Khan Yunis in southern Gaza, says the Free Gaza. All right, we begin with some breaking news that the US military says 3 of its soldiers have been killed and 25 injured in a drone attack on an American base near the Jordanian-Syrian border. 34 are now being monitored for possible traumatic brain injuries. Well, the US President Joe...
It's like Celtic fans. You can tell where they smell, right? But American soldiers, how do you tell? With the brain injuries? Hoorah! Are they a wee bit more than like steroid fucking junked up fucking frat boys when they've got brain injuries or prior? I don't know.
Biden said the attack happened in northeast Jordan, close to the Syrian border. That suggests it happened at the Tower 22 military base, which has been used as a shelter for many displaced Syrians. Jordan has supervised it in cooperation with American forces. An Iraqi militia backed
changed the location
by Iran has claimed it launched the attack on the Jordan-Syrian border.
It's war porn.
Islamic resistance in Iraq released this video, which shows the drone launch.
War porn, man, it's a good US for. Soldiers. Give me a fucking boner. Sing it again.
And in a statement, they said, continuing our approach to resisting the American occupation forces in Iraq and the region, and in response to the massacres by the Zionist entity against our people in Gaza. The Islamic resistance fighters in Iraq attacked at dawn on Sunday by drones 4 enemy bases, 3 of which are in Syria, and the 4th inside occupied Palestinian territory. Let's get the latest now from Baghdad, and Mahmoud Abdulwahed, he joins us from the Iraqi capital. Mahmoud, what more do we know about this claim of responsibility?
Well, this is the Islamic resistance in Iraq, an umbrella term that includes Iraqi armed groups affiliated with Iran or Iran-aligned armed groups, and they have, as usual, claimed responsibility for the recent attacks in Syria and in the border between Syria and Jordan. Now, these armed groups say that they blame the United States for standing as a major backer of Israel's military campaign on Gaza, and they threaten to escalate their attacks until the U.S. stops supporting Israel's military campaign on Gaza. They also say that they have another major demand in order to stop these attacks, that all coalition, including U.S. troops, leave Iraq as soon as possible. Now, these attacks have surpassed 170 attacks, according to these armed groups, the Islamic resistance in Iraq, since October the 17th, since, as they say, the U.S. has given green light to Israel to start its land incursion of Gaza on October the 17th. In such attacks, we used to witness counterattacks by U.S. airstrikes targeting the Islamic resistance armed groups' locations, military locations in Iraq, killing and wounding a number of them. So maybe the United States will retaliate. This could be seen in the coming few hours, probably days. It remains to be seen.
Mahmoud, of course, the timing of this is very interesting indeed, because it's happened just a day after Iraq and the US held those all-important talks about the future of American military presence in the country. So a lot of tension already around getting American troops out of the country.
Well, definitely. But if you talk to these armed groups, they will tell you that they don't buy that. They do not trust these talks. They do not trust neither side, the Iraqi or the US.
Right, you know where the source is, you can go and follow up that. It's just a bit strange that they've went to fucking Baghdad for a Iranian-backed mob striking by drone the Syrian-Jordan border. And if it's Iranian-backed, Iran supports Syria and Assad. So if it is inside Syria, if it is inside Jordan, he's hitting pro-Western Abdul armies. That's me as a simpleton. That's the best way I can explain it. Get it? Got it. Good. Cat cheese. No cats or cheese or Abduls were harmed in this filming. Cat cheese. Clips. And remember, citizens, always subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. And $19.95 plus shipping and handling will keep you out of hell.